Okay, guys, welcome to today's next level session. We've had a good week so far, and I realized this morning that I kind of left an open loop with the content that we did on Monday about the homeowner survey. And I think my original plan was to the following day run a Facebook ad to that, make some revisions, and show the running of a Facebook ad. I completely forgot yesterday, so I figured we'd pick it up today more and kind of round out this idea. What I thought we might do is take the survey, I'll run a Facebook ad for it, and also piggyback, kind of connect that up to what we were doing yesterday with third-party overlays and scripts. And I thought maybe we'd use a hello bar, hellobar.com, to put a little banner over the top of our KV Core website to advertise that same survey. So when people visit the website, they see it. So we'll kind of consolidate the things we've been doing the last few days, if that's cool. As always, these are recorded. Generally, we get them. We always get them in the next level members area, and some episodes we get a good amount. We get on YouTube. So if you're watching the replay on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, like the YouTube, like the YouTube video and subscribe to the post. The other thing we'll do with this survey as part of running the ad is we'll show the zapping of the lead in the KV Core. So that's kind of a bunch of stuff. Will keep us busy for a little while. If you guys have any questions as I go, feel free to chat them in, and we'll get started. So just a refresher, here is that survey. I did make some tweaks from the other day. Instead of offering $20 to everybody who filled out the form, I followed Dennis Shu's advice. Josh, my friend Josh Shanley, actually said the same thing when I showed it to him later that day. He said, yeah, man, $20 every survey might get to be a bit much. Why don't you just do a giveaway? So Dennis, thank you for the suggestion if you're watching. So that's what I did. I just said, hey, take this quick survey and get entered to win a $100 Home Depot gift card. Ran it by my broker. Delia says, she said, fine. I don't know if state by state, if there's going to be some kind of rules around this. It's kind of like a contest. But she didn't seem to have an objection. So I'm just going to run it. If I find out differently, I'll let you guys know, but let's just give it a shot. So here's the form. Pinellas County homeowners take this quick survey and get entered to win a $100 Home Depot gift card. I said new winner announced on the first of every month. That's kind of way I'm handling it. And then we've got the questions. I removed one question around getting updates. It was feeling a little long and cumbersome to finish the survey. So when I visited it again this morning, I was like, yeah, it feels kind of long, and you always need to keep that in mind when you're asking questions on a form. It's kind of like there's an art to it where you need to use good copywriting principles and have momentum and flow go through. And I think I'm guilty a lot of the times. The biggest thing I struggle with copywriting is not sounding too smart. I have if you have a college education and you're good with words or whatever, you can tend to write in a way that isn't good for communication. You don't want to write when you're doing these things like you would for a college essay. Instead, you want to write, any copywriting book will tell you want to write on like a 3rd or 5th grade level. So I may have to simplify this. But this first question is the most important. How long have you owned your Pinellas County home? It's a quick introductory, like a little something to nibble on to start going down the path. And if you read Cialdini's Psychology of Influence, he talks about getting people committed to the process, and you need something with these survey forms to kind of get them moving down the path. Ryan Levesque also probably has a lot of stuff on this, the ask method, which came up the other day. I think that one of you guys was reading probably the ask method here. Probably has good stuff on doing surveys like this. So anyway, the form is ready to go. The thank you message is simply, hey, thanks a lot for filling that out, and we'll announce via email the winner on the 1st of each month. So instead of being $20 a lead, this is only going to cost us a max of $100 a month plus our ad costs. So now the next step is to drive traffic at this bad boy. And I'm going to run it straight at the Google form. I will mention that you could, in theory, embed this inside of a KV Core page if you want to and drive the traffic there. But I'm going to go straight to the form. I just want to see if that'll work. So I'm going to go straight to the form, copying the link right here. Look, they can even share it straight to Facebook from the form. That's kind of cool. But Google Forms have gotten so much more robust. If you live in Pinellas, I might as well share it for free, right? If you check this out. Okay, there we go. So I'll just post that on Facebook for free real quick. Some traffic that way, since the quick and easy button was there in the form, and I could tweet it too, but I'm not a Twitterer type person. So, so now we'll go over to our ads manager here, and I'll click create in Facebook. So this will be a nice little kind of demo of running a simple little traffic ad on Facebook. I am going to choose the traffic option. I'm not going to worry about any of these other objectives. In theory, we could use conversions and then redirect them after the form to a thank you page and call that a conversion and get really in the weeds with this. But really what I want to find out right now, whenever you have a new idea like this, is just, is it going to work at all? Like, are people going to click on it? Am I going to get a bunch of negative comments? Like, is it, is another realtor in my market going to say, hey, you can't do that? Like, it's against, the law. Like, I'm a little worried about contest rules and stuff. So let's just try it out. We'll just run a simple traffic ad, and then we can get more sophisticated with the way we're advertising it later. Those other methods that might require more work. So this is the lowest barrier, money follows speed kind of approach. Let's just get it done. So campaign name is Homeowner Survey. I am going to need, of course, to pick my special category. So right here, special category, housing. Nobody has commented yet. Just let me know you can hear me, guys. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking for a while, and when I don't say anything in the chat, I get a little worried. Special category, housing. And then scrolling down, we can leave all this as is. Do next. Thanks, Aaron. Our ad set name, we'll just say Pinellas County. Thanks, Thomas. And then we need to choose the website option. I've never really tried very hard to do this. We need to do this on a future session. You could drive phone calls directly to you with Facebook ads. I always forget about this. Every time I see this option, I wonder, do you guys wonder too? Like, call this number to find out what your house might be worth or something. So we'll try that in another episode. Or I'm even going to make a note. You can't see me, but I got my Sharpie here on my notepad. Phone call Facebook. All right. Yeah, just an idea. Okay. So daily budget. I'm going to spend 25. Yeah, 25 is fine. And then our audience, because we're in Facebook, unfortunately, we could run this at one of our retargeting audiences, but because we're doing Facebook, we can't do much other than just pick the area. We can't target demographically or anything like that. Kind of a bummer. So we'll just do Pinellas. And then we're going to just trust that the Facebook algorithm will find us the right people. And a lot of finding the right people with the Facebook advertising actually comes down to the copy of your ad. So in this particular example, the fact that we're calling out homeowners might work. And guys, do not do what I do. I've been doing this lately. It must be, I keep typing the area in the detailed targeting. I need to be up here in locations. And that has to do with the fact that Facebook totally changed up the way this looks. And I was doing it one way for years, and now the brain wants to go down there. So there we go, Pinellas County, all ages, can't do much else. I could kind of get rid of the audience network here and placements, not a big deal. So we'll run this on Facebook and Instagram, see what happens. Hit next. Facebook page, let me find our company page here. Here we go. Cool. And then for the creative, we need a single image or video. So I'm not going to make go down the whole video path, but I do like making the videos using the built-in Facebook editor. For whatever reason, whenever I try to do this on a Zoom lately, the Zoom or something conflicts with the Facebook dashboard. So we'll just find a static image that conveys that it's a survey. So homeowner survey. See if I get lucky. See if I can find an image. No, not that kind of survey. Let's do here. Let's make a quick image. So I'll take this one. It says survey, copy image, and then I'll open up. I usually keep a Google Draw canvas bookmarked where I just kind of do things that I'm doing. So you guys can see where I made the header of that form right there. Like an hour ago, I was doing that. And then I'll paste the image on there, survey. And then maybe I'll just do homeowner. I'm a big fan of Google Draw. You know, you can try to get prettier and fancier, and of course you can make things look sharper, but for most cases, especially when running ads, this is kind of enough. So we do homeowner survey. And you can use whatever image you want. You know, you could do, and I may do this eventually, you could do a video of yourself communicating, the survey and the offer that it's a $100 gift card. That's totally cool too, if you want to go a little further. But let's just get this done this way. Brenda, I assume that you are with one of those companies that have that locked down. So you might have to hit up our support team to put your pixel on. If you guys don't see the box to enter pixels, I should have mentioned this yesterday. I think there's a few of our companies, for whatever reason, they've chosen to not allow that. So all you need to do is ask our support team to get it installed for you, and they'll do that for you. So here I am just kind of screenshotting this image, and then we'll go and upload the image here. So we go to add creative, add image, upload. All right. I guess I could have put a picture of the Home Depot gift card in the ad too. I don't really know what the rules are on that. If you think about it, like you're using another company's brand, so it's probably almost better to not start there, with having Home Depot in the image. I might even get an issue or denial for having Home Depot in a copy of my text, but let's just see how it goes. So website. Ooh, this is very interesting. Look at this, guys. I don't know, for those of you who run a lot of Facebook ads, call extension. Huh. I've never seen that. It's like an additional thing, kind of like Google does. Yeah. So website URL, that's going to be our website URL to the right here, to the actual form. Oh, I just want to make sure I didn't pick. Sometimes I pick the edit version of the form, and that's bad. I think I may have done that there. Go try that again. It might have been right. Okay. And then our primary text is going to be, we want it to match as closely as possible to where they land, right? You want the ad, they call it like the scent trail on the ad. You want the ad to match the ad as closely as possible. So I'm just going to copy my headline, put that in the text like that. And my headline will be Pinellas County Homeowner Survey. If I get denied for the brand for having Home Depot in there, I would probably change this, but I want to see if they allow it. I'll just say, and win a $100 gift card. I'll just take Home Depot out if they give me any issues with that. And then let's just leave this phone call extension. That's Delia's cell number, the broker. So let's just leave that there. See what happens. And that's kind of it. Doesn't take a lot of effort there. So we'll hit publish and see what happens. Now, so people in Pinellas County, everybody, because Facebook doesn't let us target, will start seeing this ad to win a $100 Home Depot gift card, homeowner survey. Ideally, the copy of this will only get homeowners to click on it, if that makes sense, right? So we're gonna have a mix of renters and homeowners on Facebook who see this ad. Hopefully not too many renters click it because it's not addressed to them. That's the way it targets. It calls them out. They land on our nice little form. They fill it out. We get lots of detail. Potentially, maybe every 10th lead says, yes, I'm definitely going to sell, or maybe we get a lot of maybes if I can get the right price. We get a few people who say, yeah, give me a detailed report that shows what my house might sell for, and we're generating a seller lead in the process. So this is kind of our white whale, they call it, the Moby Dick. This is what we've been hunting. It's very hard to do. We know that we can generate listings by just working with buyers and treating them good. Sometimes we can offer investment side offers, and or second homes, and we'll get people who own homes already to list with us. But this is an example of us trying to do something a lot more direct in order to generate a listing lead. So let's cross our fingers and hope it works. So that's the ad. By this time tomorrow, I should have an idea about whether people are even clicking the ad or whether they're opting in, and I'll be able to share the results with you. Now, the second thing I said we might do is let's take this and advertise it on our website. So, and specifically, let's use Hello Bar to put one of these bars up top. So for those of you guys who aren't familiar, this stuff, when you see one of these, Hello Bar is kind of one of those companies where they've kind of, the name of the thing is the brand of the company that kind of did it first. So a lot of people will call these Hello Bars, or they'll call them Welcome Bars or something like that. So we're going to put something like this on our KV core site using what we learned yesterday and this third-party tool. So again, there's lots of different tools like this, Lowbar being the most popular. So here are all drawings, mouse. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know if I remember. Let's hope I can just log in with Google. I've had Hollowbar accounts over the years. And what's nice about Hollowbar, you get a free version, which is really cool. So I think you get up to like 5,000 views. So you don't even need to spend money to try this out. And then we're going to create a new pop-up. And I apologize, guys. I didn't prepare. I haven't logged in here in a while. So just bear with me. So the next step is to preview a pop-up or bar on your site, choose a goal and type. So I'm going to target a URL and hit next. I'm going to choose the bar option up top. Oh, that's cool. It shows my website like there because I had already entered that in the settings. So we'll do enter homeowner survey, enter to, let's do in the button, we'll do win a $100 Home Depot gift card. How's that? If I wanted to get, I could match the color to Home Depot, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. My homeowner survey is like gray. So I want to see if I can quickly make that a better color. Make that a darker black. Font is fine. I might want to make it a little bigger. Whew, boy, that's big. Let's make it a little smaller. Now let's homeowner survey. Okay, so that, now we'll hit next. I don't know if on the last step, it asked me where I wanted to send that click. It might ask me in a minute. Yes, it does right here. So I can change the template style. I'm not going to worry about that now, but here's where I would paste in the URL to the page. Here. Like so. Open link in a new tab. That's a good idea. Pushes page down. Hollowbar branding. I'm sure the branding needs to stay because I'm on a free account, but it's not a big deal. Animate, enter, wiggle button. Yeah, we'll wiggle it. Look at it. Look at it wiggle. Ready? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right. Allow visitors to hide bar. Sure. Push page. Okay, cool. And then when you scroll, it remains in place. Very nice. We should see this, everybody. They've got some cool settings, like you can only show it on certain pages. Don't display. Great, great, great. And I'll hit publish now. Cool. And then the next thing I need to do, and I'm going to fumble a little, is I need to install it. So up top here, you see the install. I'm not paid. So you can do this with a free account. They'll let you get, I think it was 5,000 visitors. So I'll install the code myself. So I'm going to copy this. And remember, we talked about this yesterday, right? How to get this done. So I actually need to log into KV Core. I'm logged in. I want to stay logged into the brokerage account there, but I'm going to only put this on my site. I don't want to put it on everybody's site at the company. But I do want the leads to go into the corporate. So I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm logged in. And then let's go to the website, WebIDX. We'll go to our website settings. And we'll pop our Hollowbar script into the header. Alongside all the other scripts I have going there. Hit save. And let's see if it worked. So go to my website. Remember, we got our video ask in there yesterday, and it's not popping up quite yet. I did get it in there correctly. Let's double check our settings. Oh, before my closing body. Okay, I may have done that. I put it in the header, so I may need to put it in the closing body. It should, usually it shouldn't matter, and I don't know that it does here. Save. So put it in the footer there. Okay. And it could be that I'm just kind of cached. Sometimes, guys, it takes a minute. Or it could also be that I need to do something else in Hello Bar to activate this. So let's just fumble around with it. Let's check it. I think that I'm getting cached, and then it's going to take a minute to show, unless for some reason I need to activate this. So install, let's do manage. I could, you can see the other bars I've built in the past. It's my homeowner survey. Pause. And live preview. Just want to make sure. No, it wasn't paused. Oh, thank you, Abby. Thank you. Unpause. Abby says it's working now. So it could just be, and it's something to keep in mind, guys. If you're doing stuff on your own environment, it could also be that I opened an incognito window and it's just not showing it to me quite yet. But it looks like maybe one of you guys visited, Abby, you visited it, you can see it. So it'll show up at the top. And basically anybody who's visiting your site, say that they came in off a property boost ad, or they came in off of your foreclosure list ad, you know, whatever, your waterfront homes ad, but they happen to own a home in the area and they're browsing on your site from day to day. They're getting your property alerts and they come and they see the offer for a gift card. So that's what's cool about this is, you know, it's another way to squeeze leads, even if they're already a lead, but to turn that lead that you might have gotten on the buyer side, turn them into a seller lead. So Wendy, yesterday we talked a little bit about installing third-party scripts on our site. So this at the bottom left here was me using Video Ask, which is a third-party platform. And today I was just showing how Hello Bar is another option, and I'm tying the Hello Bar option into advertising my homeowner survey is what I'm doing today. And then the replays of those sessions should be on our YouTube channel at insightrealestate.com/webinars. Patricia, no, they can't do that on Hello Bar. They can't video you back. Thanks, Letitia. I don't know which videos. Yeah. Brenda, I'm sorry there. I don't know that there's a phone number. You have to use the chat. Guys, with our chat support, keep in mind there's there's over 100,000 agents hitting this. So I know sometimes it feels like you should get a response right away, but it does take a little while sometimes. So just let them know what you need and I'll try to get back. And I know the bot can be a little annoying here and there. It kind of like says the wrong things, but somebody will eventually get back to you. Just try to explain what you need, as clearly as possible so that they don't answer back like, can you give me more details? Yeah, sorry. I haven't talked to this. I don't think they've gotten around to too much phone support. I think you can schedule a call or a Zoom meeting. There's an option for that off into the future. So there's the, oh, is this the video you mean, Letitia? This video right here, all I did was grab this off of YouTube and set it as the background to my homepage. I just Googled like my county or the city or something and it found it. And really, I think the video looks cool mostly because this is an awesome place to live. I don't know why you would live anywhere else. Who would do that? So that's bias right there. That's why the video looks so cool. All right. Let's see. Yeah. So how to do this is really easy. The background video, super simple, guys. You just go to the website settings under Web and IDX. And then you kind of have to scroll down and you'll eventually find YouTube ID. My favorite way to use long pages like this is to hit Control F and you get a little search bar up top. You can do this on any website on the web and then like YouTube, and it'll take me straight there. So here's my background video YouTube ID. And then the YouTube ID is the V parameter in the URL. I know that sounds geeky. Right here, it says V equals, it's this thing right here. This string, you pop it in there. Yeah, Elizabeth says it was pretty easy. Yeah, not too hard. and it's fun. So you can take any video off YouTube and make it your background. Yeah, so it's so within a URL, let me make this bigger. Put on my notepad and paste the URL. So within any URL, parameters are these things. You see this question mark and then these ands. So the first parameter always has a question mark, and in this parameter is the v parameter. It says v equals, and then YouTube has a list parameter, right? And then they have this index parameter. What KV Core needs is the one that is v. So v equals, and then you take this part. A lot of times it'll just be the last thing you see. Usually a lot of YouTube links will look like this. They won't have that other gobbledygook on it. So depending on where you click to it, you click that and you paste that in the KV Core. Cool. A pop-up came up on my website. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Oh, I need to check. If you guys saw a pop-up on my site, other than this one, maybe one of my old hello bars that I did years ago is still active. Let me look at this. We haven't talked about this in a while. Yeah, was it the foreclosure list? I bet you it was. So I'll pause that one. Yeah, it was probably the last time I covered this on a webinar. So let's get rid of that guy. You can even, you guys see the AB in the right column right here? It's going away, it'll come right back. What's really cool is you can, on the paid plans, is you can show two different versions of your bar and it'll rotate them so that you can use whatever one performs better. It's pretty cool. I don't know why it's not showing it to me. It's pretty frustrating, but I'll take your guys' word for it that it's showing up. So yeah, that was kind of what I had for today. The only thing that I haven't shown, but it's kind of, I don't think we need to do it this minute, is the process of taking the lead from the form and injecting it in the KV Core. And that happens with Zapier. But you can always take the leads and manually enter them if you want to. So this is sort of, this falls in the category, usually like practically when I'm doing these new ideas, I won't set up the full Zap. It's kind of like extra work. I just want to know if I'm going to get the click. And if some people opt in, if I get 2 or 3 leads, I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'll go set up the Zap. I'll enter those first 2 or 3 leads manually. You know, sometimes it's just about getting the idea out and not having to do all of it all at once. We're just kind of taking a stab and poking at the idea. So yeah, that's that. We do have training about Zapier in the next level members area as well. So Elizabeth asking about multiple Facebook pixels. That's not a problem at all. And just know, guys, you will find pixels installed in all KV4 sites from our central advertising, our marketplace team. The way when we run Property Boost or our retargeting products, it all uses 1 pixel. So they just kind of sit there on everybody's site. And then if you decide to use one of those products, then it's kind of automatically activated and we can retarget people who have been visiting. So if you do see another pixel kind of when you're using the pixel tool or viewing your source, that's why. But there's no harm in that. So the next level members area, Abby, these webinars are kind of part of that bundle. This content, you know, everybody has access to this live, but the members area has more stuff in it. So you can learn more about it in the marketplace under coaching. And there's a 7-day free trial. It's $19 a month. I should probably update the video. I think my video is a little, I watched the other day. I was like, wow, I must have really had a lot of coffee that day or something. Or I was trying to show off. I was trying to be fancy, but basically it's kind of supplemental content and templates, additional trainings, all related to more advanced stuff when it comes to using KV4, not the basics. So support and training. Oh, weird. I don't know why it's not showing up there. Oh, because I'm in Delia's account. She doesn't have access. Here it is. Once you have access, it'll be under this next level. Okay, so yeah, let's do some Q&A. So for text lead catcher from a smart number, is there a way to designate the lead as a buyer or seller? I don't think there is. It always assigns it as a buyer. Yeah, that's something I think I've seen a feature request for. The only thing, I'm gonna take a look here. Is it possible to switch the status via a smart campaign? I'll show you what I mean by that. No, you can't switch the type. Yeah, unfortunately, right now, there's no way around that. I think I've seen feature requests about that. I was thinking that maybe you could change the type as an action. So you could set a hashtag when they text into the smart number, and trigger a quick campaign that changed the type. But that would be, it would be easier if we just allowed that to be selected when you create your code. So yeah, short term, you might just have to manually switch. Brenda's asking for next level mastermind. Do we have any access to one-on-one support? I thought about that. I used to have, Annalisa has left the company. She was awesome, but I used to have more help with this, right? As you guys have noticed, it's been me pretty much for the last month or two. That would be interesting, right? If your next level membership got you quicker support, but I don't know how the rest of the team here would receive that. But I wondered about that. We would have to charge more because to have people always available, it would be expensive. But sorry, the only access, Brenda, I mean, you can ask questions in there. And then we do have our success services under the marketplace. I think it's under coaching, where Heather can work with you one-on-one. So under coaching, that's the done for you success services right here. I think that's what you meant. But I thought when I read support, I thought you meant just quicker support than the regular right here. But I think what you're asking is one-on-one coaching. It would be expensive. If we do that, it would be expensive. Yeah. Not expensive, but it's hard. It's hard to get somebody who knows KV Core really well, for us to hire people who know it really well, and then to have somebody who's good at coaching. It's just tough for us to deliver. But I can do my best via chat, email, and on these sessions. And, a lot of the stuff, a lot of what you want to know, it is recorded. I understand the value in having somebody hold your hand and hold you accountable for sure. And if you do want to find somebody to help you one-on-one, trust me, there are a lot of people out there selling stuff related to KV Core, just not on our staff, but there are some really good coaches and trainers out there. The best way to find them to work with you one-on-one might be to either go to YouTube or in the Facebook group, you can ask, just say, hey, I'm looking to hire somebody to work with me one-on-one, to get the most out of KV Core, and you'll have lots of replies. Yeah, and I know Chris very well, Tracy, so that's great. I don't mind if you want to drop Chris's number or contact info. Chris used to work at Conversion way back in the day. So he would be a good option for sure. He's like, whenever he has, something, a question, he has my ear. Let's say it that way. He'll Facebook me. So yeah, he's definitely a good idea. Oh, good question. Elizabeth's asking if there's another separate Facebook group for next level members. Let me ask you guys, do you guys think that would be useful? The reason there's not a separate Facebook group right now is the main mastermind room in the members area is supposed to be that. But I definitely know, even for me, this isn't, you have to kind of go into KV Core and log in here, and it's not the natural place to go with your talk. Whereas most of us are in Facebook all day long, and it would be easier to comment in there. Definitely open to creating another Facebook group for just next level members if you guys think that would be useful. They're not a hard thing to do. But yeah, we don't get a lot of engagement in here. You guys can come in here at any time and start chatting, and I will reply, and other people will, but there's no group right now. Yeah, so Thomas, that's called Video Ask, and we just did that one yesterday. That was our topic yesterday. So if you go to, here, I'll give you the link. If you go to the list of replays, it's right there. Yep, cool. It's there's an expense, and it's not the cheapest, but it's cool. We had a request. Raphael, who was on a few weeks ago, was using it pretty heavily, and we had a request to kind of go over that technology. So that's why we did that yesterday. It is, I think it's really neat. Maybe I'm biased because I like looking at myself there. But it is kind of cool and eye-catching to have like a moving video, and it really feels like you can talk to the person and get to know them. And I can definitely see how that would help you convert more leads. We use it heavily on thanks.io as well with really nice success. We don't do it the same way, but on thanks.io, it's like you can actually embed the video like this. See this right here? And then it's a pop-up. And then you can survey people through it. So it is a cool tool. Yeah, Tracy, yep. Definitely know Chris. And he does a good job on, I know he runs ads for people and stuff. There's a lot of people out there who aren't doing the greatest job. So you do need to be careful. Generally, what you're going to want to do is just, if you're going to hire somebody out in the wider world saying that they can do Facebook ads and stuff, just ask them for some examples and who they've been working with. Usually they can give you real quick a few names of other agents. That's a good kind of test. Otherwise, you got everybody and their brother thinks they're a marketing pro and they don't really know KV Core. Wendy, people were talking about who they could hire for one-on-one, and Chris, who used to work with us, is like a contractor. His name's Chris Sack. Yeah, Tracy, if you don't mind, I don't mind if you do it in the Zoom chat, just for Chris's sake and for everybody who wondered. If you don't mind just dropping his email, I don't have it handy. I always talk to him on Facebook. And guys, we can't just know, we can't really endorse specific people. I just happen to know Chris and feel pretty good about him. But he's not really affiliated with us explicitly, what I mean, business wise. So and if he does mess up, don't blame me. So yeah, thanks, Tracy. Cool. So any other questions, guys? Let's see here. Brenda, I'll just nudge our team to look for you and to see if I can get that expedited for you. I'm actually doing that now in another window while I wait for more questions. Just drop that. Okay. All right, guys. Well, what are we? Yeah, I guess we're good. If it's all right with you guys, we can call it a day today. I'm hoping that by tomorrow I'll come back and have some results on the survey for better or worse. And then, yeah, we'll have something new. Going into next week, I keep saying this, we might have a schedule change. I may email you guys who are members of the Next Level just for your feedback. Maybe I'll email a survey about whether or not you want a Facebook group. And I was thinking that we might start having specific topics on these webinars, and the time might get scattered at different times throughout the week. So it might not always be at 2, it might be, and then we would have specific topics like Tuesday at 3, basic Facebook ads, Wednesday at 4. Would that be okay, or do you guys like having these be at a set time? That's what I wonder. So I'll probably have to just email everybody on that. Okay, so yep, the replay will be live on YouTube in a little while. It is already there, but I'll just get it in the playlist shortly, and then we'll talk tomorrow at the same time, guys. Okay, thanks a lot.